the ultimate form of entertainment. I started just over a year ago, but for those of you who remain blissfully unaware of the rapidly growing battle rap scene in Cardiff, let me show you what I do.
I'll explain to the audience you're a mental psycho. Such a moody bitch is like you pedal through life on a menstrual cycle.
I don't like your songs, fam. Not even one track. Scumbag, you should have stayed inside your mother's cunt flaps.
The form of battle rap you see here has evolved from its original form. This all started over 20 years ago on street corners and alleyways in the USA. Rappers would come from different areas to publicly display their lyrical fitness, verbally exchanging blows to determine who was the better rapper. Things have drastically changed to say the least. In 1 week's time I'll be battling for the vacant Epic Bars title, while two of my friends are making their debuts, one being my partner in rhyme, Joe. Can you remember what our first tune together was?
What our first tune together was? What, as just, you know, two rap collaboration?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. It was a tune which we named Players Bleed.
Yeah.
And it was inspired by Biggie Smalls' Niggas Bleed, because at the time he was very heavily influenced by Biggie Smalls. When we wrote together and we come up with it within what? Good half hour? Bam, sorted.
How old were you when we first went on the radio?
16.
I was 16.
I think you might have been still 15.
Yeah, man.
Or
So
just
when was the last time you were on radio was about 5 years ago.
Pretty much, yeah.
License to kill like Roger, fast, stronger than Russian vodka. From the bottom to the top like Richard Branson, everybody dancing. I kidnap your...
Although me and Joe had written our first rhymes a decade ago, he was yet to battle. He just accepted a battle with over a week's notice. This means that Joe will have to write and memorise over 3 minutes of material in under 7 days.
You know, I've been rapping a long time but never had the chance to battle. I've never really saw myself as a battle rapper. I write my lyrics, I record them, I flow good to a beat, do you know what I mean? So I'm pretty much just introducing myself to battling.
Another friend entering the abusive world of rap battle was my high school friend Asher. He was supposed to battle 3 months ago, but his opponent failed to turn up. Since then there has been tension in the air, and their battle has now been billed as a grudge match. What message to eyes?
Fuck eyes.
Ethnicity, style, appearance, and even dead relatives are often a target in battle rap. As a first timer, did Asher know what to expect?
It's gonna be bad stuff, but I'm not gonna react to any of his bars. I don't think they'll be that funny, to be honest. It's just mainly black jokes. It's gonna be a serious, I am quite pissed off that he didn't show the first time. So I think for the battle it should be quite serious. I think all I gotta do now is, I got time off work, so I got time to prepare, You know how it is, we did drama in fucking school, bruh.
Do you think taking drama has helped learning scripts?
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't it?
Yeah. I find it so easy.
We have more to do than just learn our lyrics. Nearly 5 years to the day I had organised a session on the radio to spread the word about Saturday's event.
Listening to Tequila Radio. Crash, Joey G and Jake the Ripper joining us. Hi guys.
What's going on, Owen? Let's just go straight in.
Yo, I'm listening to the classic days. We're passing grade, discussing Lil Wayne's Saga Age, and now the garbage plays. I'm smashing through police barricades. Your life's infected like having.
As a battle rap virgin, Owen Cork had some questions to ask me and the boys. When I'm just rapping, I'm just concentrated fully on your opponent. A lot of eye contact. And then when you're being rapped at, I see some people, they get angry, they get really stressed with some of the stuff they're being said. But I don't. The better you can diss me, the more I appreciate it. I like the good lyrics, as long as it's not cheap.
Competition, innit?
It's nice.
Yeah.
Respect the sport.
You wouldn't mind if someone said, as long as it was done properly, you wouldn't mind someone saying something to you, would you, Joe?
Definitely not, man. At the end of the day, you know, it's all about the lyrics. It's a competitive sport, you know. You should just express your talent and show that you are more talented than the battler who you're battling, do you know what I mean?
Spirals into its inevitable death. A mind with immeasurable depth. My brain power's incredible strength is severing heads in a second. Greenhouses, a team was founded, the sound in me. Tightened and bounded with greed. Louder the power, the dream. Sour a scene surrounded by...
As usual, Joe performed well, but I was sceptical. With only 2 days to go, Joe still hadn't written his third round. Being on the radio gave us all a confidence boost though.
Yeah, ice like typical, yeah, Lipton. Got more hooks than Sonny Liston. And you can bet your love change, I won't miss one. A bullet, I will surely bust one. If you try and pull up fast one, hey, when you hold up.
Thank you very much for listening today. It's been absolutely quality. Guys, thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on.
Epic Bars representing.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you all here. Remember, 8 p.m. on Saturday, 17th of November, Coco Gorillas. That's this Saturday, £5 at the doors. Is that right, guys?
Yeah.
The boys seemed to understand exactly what tomorrow had to offer. This wasn't the glamorised, glossy version of hip-hop you see on the TV.
I think hip-hop is more kind of calm and collective, like you got just flow, and then rap's more like just vibe so hard you want to slap your mother, like, you get me?
This wasn't women shaking their asses while a gold-draped fool rhymes monosyllabically while popping champagne. This is battle rap.
The thing is with hip hop, see, there's a lot you can fit into hip hop, whereas rap is strictly fucking rap, simple as, like, at the end of the day, it's music from the street, and the street is as raw as you can get.
It's rap battle, not hip hop battle.
Yeah, of course, man, it's a rap battle. It's fucking epic bars, city battles, man, rap battles.
Joe spent the rest of the night either playing the guitar or writing and rehearsing his last verse. With 12 hours to spare, Joe had his last round. The crowd was the biggest there had ever been, loud, off-putting and intimidating. First up the battle, Asher.
Make some noise for Clash! So I knows I work in Nando's. So why is he bringing that beef? When all I know is chicken. I saw my fist start twitching when you talk about them fingers clicking and the coke is flipping. You're far from a gangster. You're a gassed up wanker. They be calling me EastEnders Christmas. Tonight, I'm dead in this actor.
His man is a dumb slut who lives in a mud hut. She's a tribal huntsman.
She's white.
She asked me to pump once, but the cunt's done.
She's not overly gas, she's not overly swag. I swear when you rhyme, if you want to drag you down by your flat cat, watch your spine crack and his pussy your bum and snap back. Oh. But seriously, Kev. Oh, shit, bro.
Second round, I started to lose it. Third round, I think I was more pissed off at myself, so my brain wasn't in the right place, and I started going blank on stage. So there was no third round for me, and I choked and lost the battle.
Not only had Crash lost, it looked like Joe's opponent hadn't even turned up, making last night's struggle for a third verse completely pointless. Still, I had to put out my mind and get into character.
I got more sides than a dodecahedron. I flow a better meaning, so sick, known to spread diseases. So why the fuck would the Ripper be shook? Man, I'm twice as sick as I look. I'm like a geek of Hogwarts, cause I know every trick in a book.
The missus wanted to play, so I took her back to MySpace despite how she may look. She then Yahoo'd with my Twitter until I Googled all over her Facebook.
It's them mediocre lyrics with a loud distraction. A poor scheme getting too much crowd reaction. Waving your hands in the air to lyrically cuss cunts. Putting imaginary things in boxes doesn't mean you have substance. It's so boring, you could rap to an insomniac and make him sleep. I could rhyme all day about how your spray is weak, but I'm gonna have to stop and take a leak. Cause you're like a Jamaican with a foot fetish, the way you're gonna tease defeat.
It was a close battle, but as we were being kicked out of the venue, I'd have to wait and find out who won later. But it also meant I could relax and watch one of my favourite battlers.
The guy who goes by the name of Pamphlet. You know to my left, representing Cardiff, picking up the Stowaway.
Yo, you got the massivest chin. It's exactly as big as the back of a ship. If you had a gash on that thing and were bandaging it, that's the only time you'd be wrapping it big.
You're rhyming it whack. You said my jaw was like a boat. You're a stowaway on it with the way you're riding my back.
Pamphlet was impressive as ever, but it was time to face the cold streets and find out who was the champ.
Yo, everyone, Epic Bars, out here in the street, make some noise. Yeah. The champion of Epic Bars, Jake the Ripper.
The night hadn't gone exactly according to plan. but being called the champ of a sport I'd only been doing for a year felt like a real accomplishment. And seeing the huge crowd that Epic Bars managed to attract made it obvious that the battle rap culture was spreading.
How do you think the scene's improving since you first started battle rapping?
I think it's evident for everyone to see, like, at the end of the day, it's a really raw form of entertainment, and it's one of those things that gets passed on through friends, and this is one of my last ones coming up, so now I can really enjoy my free time, because people don't understand, when you're writing for battles, every hour you spend doing something other than preparing, if you fuck up when it comes down to it, you regret not spending, I regret watching Ever I Got News For You on iPlayer, because I could have spent that half an hour, 40 minutes practicing the same 3 verses over and over again.
Boys, I'm going to leave you on your travels.
No worries, bro. Yeah.
Thank you for coming down, helping the scene.
Although people I looked up to were planning on having a break from the battle rap scene, it was obvious it still had a long future, with new hungry debuting rappers appearing all the time.
Joey, bro, you didn't get a chance to debut, man.
I didn't get my chance to debut. My opponent didn't show up for whatever reasons. Man was gonna get bodied. Simple as. There we go.
Pissed off?
His loss turned into my loss, unfortunately, so I'm pissed off, yeah. I'm more hungry for it.
What message to effect?
That's about it.